Hi there. So, in this lecture, we will start working on a profile section for our application. Now, a profile section would be uh, uh, it will be a new screen which will be reached to by a new menu item in our main activity. So, let's first create a new activity in our application. So let's go to Android view, and we are on sign up activity right now. Find it, and within this we use the package, right click, and new activity, empty activity, and we will name it profile activity. Leave everything as is, just make sure that the source language is Java. Click finish. Okay, so our profile activity is created and the project has also rebuilt and synced. Um, in order to start this activity from some other activity, we'll need to create a new intent. So let's just copy this from, let's say, login activity, and paste it over here. Import the required classes, and instead of login activity, we are going to say profile activity. Right, so that is it. Now we want this to be started through a menu item. So let's first create a menu item for this. Press double shift and open menu, and within this we will create a new item. So let's just copy the existing one, and we will name it action underscore profile. This is fine, and we need to create a new title for this. So let's create a new title to action underscore profile, and name it profile. Right, and let's use this action underscore profile and not the project ID, but yeah, this one. Okay, so now we have another menu item, and we need to make use of this in our main activity. So let's open main activity, and within this we have this on create options menu which creates the menu, and this one is where we want to change the on options item selected. So within this we create another case for dot id dot action profile, and on click of this we will call a method on profile, and don't forget to add this break for the switch case, and we need to create this method like this, and we want to start activity profile activity dot new intent and context of this. And in this case we don't want to uh, like similar to what we did for logout, we don't want to finish the main activity, we want it to be there in the background so that we could easily come back to it. Right, so at this point our profile activity is reachable, so through this new menu item that we have created. So now let's come to the activity underscore profile XML and start creating the layout for this. And before that, let's close all the other files because we don't need them right now. And So the layout for profile activity would be similar to what we had in the sign up activity. So let's open the activity underscore sign up, and we can simply copy the linear layout for our progress bar. Let's copy this and add here. All these are fine, no change required. And from activity sign up, we also copy this nested scroll view and the relative layout. And let's close all these and press command option L so that the code is properly formatted. Alright, so in case of relative layout, let's add an ID here and let's call it profile layout. We might need to access this relative layout. Match parent, and we want to add gravity to center so that all the child elements would be center aligned both horizontally and vertically, and we want to add some margin at the top to grid 4 and another margin at the bottom to grid 4 again. Right. So let's add few elements into this now. First one would be an image view with layout width as standard width and height also as standard width. So this will basically be a sort of square image which will be the profile image, and we want to give it an ID of photo IV for photo image view, and let's give it a default source image as default user green that we had the image, right? Let's check the design view for this. Yeah, there we have it, our default user image. And okay, now let's add some text layout, text input layout with width as standard width and height as wrap content. Okay, and let's give it an ID of this will be similar to what we had named TIL in the sign up layout. Now we want to have it below the image view that we have above, the photo IV, and we want to give a padding at the bottom, and that would be grid 3 for 8 dp. Right. And within this input layout, let's add a edit text input edit text, and layout width will be match parent, height would be wrap content, and this is it. Let's give it an ID of name ET, and we want a hint which we had already used, hint name, and the input type also we want to have it same as a text only. So this is it for the name TIL. Let's copy paste it a couple of times so that we want email and phone TIL also, phone input fields also. So first one would be email TIL, this would be below name TIL, and this will be named email ET, and hint would be email, and this would be um, text email address. Right, now here we will have phone TIL. Okay, phone TIL, this would be below the email TIL, and this will also be phone ET. Now hint will be hint underscore phone, and type would be phone. Alright, that's all that we wanted. Um, yep, let's okay, now that we have our input fields, let's add a couple of buttons also with width and height as standard width and standard height, and let's give it an ID for update button so that any changes would be updated once we click on this. And we want to have a style also similar to what we had in other. That would be standard button style with height, and this would be below phone TIL, right, and we want a margin below uh, for uh, for the button, and let's have a margin of 16 dp. Okay, we want the text to be displayed as update, so let's extract it as button underscore update. Right, there we have it. Let's put it close to other button text, and let's add another button text which we will need for the next button we are going to add, and let's call it button delete, and this will be for delete account. Okay, let's copy this button and paste it so that we have one more button, and we call it delete button, style standard, width, height. This would be below the update button, and we want a margin below this as well, and text would be button delete. Right, now we need to add the on click methods. So for that we need to create a couple of methods in our profile activity. So let's create the methods that we need. Public void on update, and this will take a view. Import the android.view.view, and let's copy paste this for another method, and let's call it on delete. So we can call these methods over here, on click, on update, and this one will be on click, on delete. Right, let's see how it looks in the design view. Right, that seems good. Right, we have name, email, phone, update and delete account, and our default image also. So that looks nice. Let's try to run it. Okay, so the build has succeeded and our app has relaunched. So let's log in with the user that we had created earlier. Test1 at test.com, 1234566. Click on login. Right, so we are on the main screen. Let's see our menu. So there we have it, a new option for profile. Let's click it, and there we have it. Our profile screen is created. We have name. Okay, so we have this issue here, so we cannot scroll once the keyboard is on. So let's just correct this. uh, Stop it and open the manifest file, and within this we have our profile activity over here, and we want to have these orientation, theme, input size, and all these things here also. Let's just copy paste and we try to rerun. Right, let's check it out now on the profile page, and yeah, this time we can scroll it. So that is it for our profile page, and we will start working on the actual functionality from next lecture. So we will most likely have two lectures, where in one we will update these text values, and in the other one we will work for this image thing and also utilize the Firebase storage, which provides us the storage capability of various images and documents. So that is it for this lecture, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.